A few moments later.
Hi. So you've never been here before?
Never been in jail before, and I'm really scared because I don't know who these people are.
How many drinks did you have last night?
I had two.
Two, that's it? Mm-hmm. Two really big ones?
Two regular ones.
Is that a hater mark on your neck, or is that a bruise?
Let's just say I'm really popular. Am I gonna be in like a jail with like a lot of like ghetto people?
You're in jail.
Am I gonna be with these people? Are they gonna like rape me or anything? Am I gonna like, I'm scared. Like, I'm really scared. I told Melanie, the officer, and she told me not to call her Melanie. So I was like, I'm like scared. I don't want like these guys to like rape me, and I don't want to become like pregnant when I come out of jail or anything.
Unless you have a uterus, I don't think you're getting pregnant.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh, what's going on? Welcome back to the 1776 Report. It's your boy Kevin. We got some breaking Bud Light news we're going to be analyzing in today's video. First, we got breaking sales numbers. Sales numbers just dropped, and they're absolutely terrible. Bud Light sales continue to decline. We are also hearing from the chief marketing officer over at Bud Light. Absolutely hilarious. This guy is a complete clown. He actually believes that Bud Light is still salvageable. He believes he's going to be able to save the brand. And finally, towards the end of the video, we're going to be hearing directly from Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan was asked, what do you think? What do you think about this Bud Light boycott? It's a pretty interesting video, so you're going to want to stay tuned. First, we got devastating news for Bud Light. Bud Light sales continue to take a dive. They continue to fall off of a cliff as Bud Light sales take steepest hit yet to date. Bud Light suffered its worst weekly sales drop since the boycott began. For the week ending June 10th, Bud Light sales dropped by a whopping 26.8% according to Nielsen IQ. That's wider than the 24.4% drop seen during the prior week. All right, I told you guys this was going to happen. This was all a mirage. We saw the CNN articles, the MSNBC articles saying that the boycott was slowing down, that people were going back to Bud Light. It was all fake. It was fake news. They were putting out these coupons. You were basically getting a case of Bud Light for free. Now, I'm not going to be attracted by those free cases of Bud Light, but some people were. Some people thought a free case of beer was more important than the boycott, so they drank Bud Light. But Bud Light cannot continue to give away free beer. That's not how a business works. So there's going to be a few week period while these coupons and rebates are still active where the sales numbers don't look as bad as they actually are. But once those coupons are no longer valid, the sales numbers are going to take a massive jump off of the cliff. You think 28% looks bad, 26% looks bad? Sure, it looks bad, but 40% looks way worse, and I think that's the direction that we're headed. By the time that this is all said and done, I believe Bud Light sales will be down 40% plus year over year. Nobody's drinking it. It's stacking up on the shelves, and because it's stacking up on the shelves, stores, liquor stores, gas stations, grocery stores are taking Bud Light off of the shelf. They are giving that shelf space to other brands, other companies, and Bud Light will never get that shelf space back. So let's say they lose 40% of their shelf space. They're going to lose at least 40% of their sales. I'm calling for 40% declines. We will have to keep our eye on that number. But we are also hearing from the Anheuser-Busch marketing team. We're getting an inside look on what's going on over at Bud Light. Anheuser-Busch marketing team is learning a lot. They say they're learning a lot. I hope so. I hope so. It was a pretty obvious mistake to make. Pretty simple. You don't stab your customers in the back. You don't disrespect women, and you wouldn't have been in this situation. So I imagine these individuals on this marketing team, this marketing executive in particular, are making a huge salary. I would guess this guy's making seven figures, $1 million plus per year to absolutely destroy an iconic brand. Anheuser-Busch's InBev's global chief marketing officer said Monday that the controversy surrounding Bud Light's partnership with Dylan Mulvaney has been a wake-up call. No kidding, Sherlock. And that the company plans to work on reconnecting with U.S. consumers. It's impossible there, Chief. It is literally impossible for you to win those consumers back. You already tried to give away the product for free. There is nothing more attractive to consumers than free product. So if giving away the product for free won't work, what makes you think something else will work? If people aren't going to come back for a $2 case, a $2 30 pack, what else can you give them to make them come back? Military themed cans are not going to work. Harley-Davidson partnerships are not going to work. The only thing that could bring me back, and I think a lot of people out there are thinking like I'm thinking, is if Bud Light sells the company to an American-owned business. If Anheuser-Busch sells Bud Light to an American-owned corporation, I would consider going back. The CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer, went on to say it's tough to see the controversial and divisive debates that have been happening in the U.S. in the last couple of weeks, involving lots of brands and companies, including and especially Bud Light. Okay, this guy is a complete moron. His name is Marcel Marcondes. At the Cannes Alliance Festival is where he made the statement. For the second year in a row, this guy won the Creative Marketer of the Year. So you destroy a brand, you destroy an iconic brand that was doing just fine. It was chugging along. It was the #1 selling beer brand in the United States. You destroy a brand and then you win an award. You win the Chief Marketing Officer, the Creative Marketer of the Year award for destroying a brand. Makes sense. These woke awards, they just give them away. They just give them away. Complete joke. This is a complete joke. He says it's tough exactly because what we do is all about bringing people together. He said the marketing team at AB InBev, Bud Light's parent company, has been learning a lot, including that companies and brands must be driven by their values. We are a beer company. Beer is for everyone. Yeah, you're exactly right. You should have stayed out of it. And if you were going to get involved, you got involved on the wrong side. You got involved with the team that makes up 1% of the population. So what made you think that was going to be a good idea? When polls show that most Americans believe that there's only 2 genders, what makes you think going against that is a good idea? I would love to be a fly in the wall. I would love to have a hidden camera in these meetings and to see what they truly believe. Because I honestly think they probably think like me and you, but they thought they had to go woke. And a lot of these companies do think they have to go woke, but they really don't. They really don't. Most Americans have common sense. Most Americans are smart and they understand that this stuff is nonsense and you don't get involved with it. It is the easiest way to destroy a business. He went on to say, in times like this, when things get divisive and controversial so easily, I think it's important. Wake up call to all of us marketers, first of all, to be very humble, he said. That's what we're doing, being very humble. No, you're not. You could have apologized. And really reminding ourselves of what we should do best every day, which is to really understand our consumers. Well, you did a terrible job of that, homeboy. You did a terrible job of that, dude. Absolutely the worst job. You do not understand what your customers want because what you did is the exact opposite of what your customers want. Yes, your customers want American flags on their can. They want a part of their sale going to a charity that maybe helps injured veterans. They maybe would have liked a Harley-Davidson partnership prior to stabbing them in the back, prior to spitting in their faces. But now it's too late. There's no winning them back. And no matter how much you pander is not going to matter. Nothing matters. Even giving away free product doesn't matter. You will never be able to win these people back. I thought this was a hilarious interview. This guy's a complete moron. The entire marketing department over at Anheuser-Busch could be done better by a group of kindergartners. A kindergarten class could literally run a better brand than these clowns. I've seen lemonade stands on the side of the road have better marketing than Bud Light. And that is not an exaggeration. That is the God's honest truth. There has been a Dylan Mulvaney sighting. A reporter on the sidewalk caught up with him, Dylan Mulvaney, and let's take a listen what they had to say.
Excuse me. Well, so what do you think about Garth Brooks showing support for Bud Light? I think it's great, right?
Stop.
Take
Why
care.
are you like this?
No, it's actually a positive question. I just thought it was nice that someone from the Conservative Party was showing support.
Okay, happy Pride.
Take care.
Honestly, Dylan Mulvaney does not look good. Dylan Mulvaney does not look healthy. Very pale, very fragile looking. Dylan Mulvaney looks fragile, feeble, sickly, doesn't look good. Now, I don't agree with Dylan Mulvaney's lifestyle, but I don't want anybody to suffer. Dylan Mulvaney looks like that person is suffering. Now, Dylan Mulvaney would not make a statement regarding their opinion on what Bud Light and the Bud Light boycott is going on, but it would be interesting to see. Dylan Mulvaney is getting filthy rich. Dylan Mulvaney is making a lot of money off of disrespecting women. So I'm not going to have too much sympathy, but Dylan Mulvaney does not look good. All right, so Bud Light sales continue to drop. They will continue to drop. Mark my words. We are going to see a 40% plus decline. They're getting kicked off the shelves. They're getting kicked out of stores, and it's going to continue to get worse. The chief marketing officer that statement proves that this is a brand being run by a bunch of complete idiots. A bunch of morons are running Anheuser-Busch Bud Light. Dylan Mulvaney looks sick. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I love you guys. If you're new around here, subscribe. Everybody hit that like button. It really helps spread the word. It helps to keep the movement going, and we got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. Hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when I post a new video. And if you know somebody who might like this video, hit that share button and send them the link. Love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.